the Holidays in Historic Frederick series, the Festival of Lights, presented tonight by Friends Meeting School. I'm Melissa Joseph Muntz, Festival of Lights Chair and Master of Ceremonies. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce the individuals and groups who have joined together to make tonight's program so special. Our mayor, Michael O'Connor, the Frederick Children's Chorus, who will be leading our caroling and performing this evening, Miss Maria Nicastro for speaking tonight, Reverend Barbara Kirshner-Daniel for sharing an inspirational message, the City of Frederick, and the Holidays in Historic Frederick Committee of Celebrate Frederick. As always, a very special thank you to our 2019 Holidays in Historic Frederick sponsors for their generous support: 106.9 The Eagle, BGE Home, Frederick County Bank, Frederick Magazine, Frederick News Post, Friends Meeting School, Imesville Living, Key 103, PNC Bank, Sandy Spring Bank, Roy Rogers Restaurants, SAS Magazine, Woodsboro Bank, the City of Frederick, and of course, our sponsor for this evening's event, Friends Meeting School. It's now my pleasure to introduce our mayor, Michael O'Connor, who will give us a little background on how the festival came to be.
Thank you, Melissa. Now, some might wonder how the Festival of Lights came to be happening in Frederick. This community gathering here in the courtyard of City Hall began over 30 years ago by Julia Hanna, who was concerned that the world was losing sight of the real meaning of Christmas. She encouraged area residents to display single white candles in the windows to bring back the feeling of an old-fashioned Christmas and focus on the warmth and fellowship of the season. She encouraged community togetherness, and the Candlelight Festival was begun. Since that time, the tradition has evolved into this ecumenical gathering. When it began, there were only about 20 people who attended, and over the years, the numbers have grown, and tonight the response is inspirational. It's an honor to be here with you this evening. The City of Frederick in 2020 will be celebrating its 275th anniversary, and that's something that the City of Frederick and Dr. Barbara Kirshner-Daniel's church have in common. They too will be turning 275 years. We look forward to the celebrations in 2020. Melissa, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would now like to introduce Mara Nicastro, head of school at Friends Meeting School, to deliver a special message for us this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, friends. Welcome, all friends. My name is Mara Nicastro, and I am the head of Friends Meeting School. We are the Friends School of Frederick County, and as a Quaker school, we are especially happy to sponsor this night of shining lights and cheerful song. The celebration of lights around the world this time of year, be it Diwali, Hanukkah, the Chinese New Year, or Christmas, inspire eternal hope and faith. The Quakers believe that there is a light, a divine spark within each of us. At our school, our work is to discover all the ways we can let our lights shine and attend to that light in others. What does that look like? As a community of inquiry, we are endlessly curious and questioning about the earth, the people on it, and how systems work. From the language of science to the beauty of math to the stories of our cultures, learning opens our eyes to the light of the world. Our learning leads to caring. We take action in the areas where we see we can do good, raising money for the food bank, providing gifts to families at the Frederick Mission, planting trees and composting as much as we can. This year, our students are building a wind turbine on our campus to provide sustainable energy towards our school farm. These special programs at our school build voice and confidence in students who are already committed to changing the world for the better. We know, as Maya Angelou said, nothing can dim the light which shines from within. And that is why we adore sponsoring the Festival of Light in Frederick. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mara, for that lovely message. It is now my honor to introduce Reverend Barbara Kirshner Daniel, our inspirational speaker for this evening. Barbara Kirshner Daniel has served as senior pastor of Evangelical Reformed United Church of Christ in Frederick, Maryland since 2006. Prior to accepting the call to Frederick, she served as senior pastor of St. Paul's UCC in Fleetwood for 13 years, after serving 4 years as its associate pastor. She has served on many United Church of Christ boards and committees, including chairing the Common Global Ministries Board of the UCC and Christian Church. In Frederick, she has served on the board of the Religious Coalition and on various task forces in the community. She is a member of the Rotary Club of Carroll Creek and was recently elected to serve on the board of directors of the Frederick YMCA. For 10 years, Barbara has coordinated the Frederick City School Supply Drive. In August of 2019, school supplies were given to over 1,700 students. And I have to mention that Barbara is so humble that we had a much longer bio written for her, and she asked us to trim it considerably. So please know that this is a truly wonderful woman in our community. Please join me in welcoming Barbara Kirshner Daniel.
So I wonder how many of us remember the commercials for the motel chain Motel 6. Do you remember that? At the end of the commercial, there was the phrase, "I'm Tom Bodette and we'll leave the lights on." It's something that we say, we'll leave the lights on. It's something we say when our kids are returning home from college, or our spouses or partners are coming home after a long day. We say we'll leave the lights on when we're expecting guests. We'll leave the lights on. It's a symbol of welcome. Here in the United States, the tradition of lighting candles in the windows of homes during the Christmas holidays was brought by the Irish. And the tradition took root and it continues to evolve. In colonial times, a lit candle in a window let travelers know that there was a safe place to stay. The candle served as a signal among the neighbors that their home was open to receive visitors and to light the way for returning family members. And now if you drive around Frederick, you can see all kinds of candles in the windows. Tonight, as we participate in this tree lighting ceremony, our city is sending that signal of welcome. We gather as we hope and pray that our city will continue to grow in hospitality, that we will continue to be a beacon for weary travelers and a people who need a place to put down their roots and make a home. May these lights signify love and peace and hope tonight and in the year ahead. And when we hear the words and the song, "This Little Light of Mine," may we know that we are called to shine that light, not just tonight, but every night. And I invite us to hold these words from the poet Robert Alden. "There is not enough darkness in all the world to put out the light of even one small candle." Thank you.
Thank you so much, Barbara. And now please welcome the Frederick Children's Chorus, led by Judy Dubose, who will be performing Ce Vivant and the Calatana of the New Year.
Ce vivant, sauf, 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 Hanouka, Hak Tov, Hanouka, Hak Tov, ce vivant, sauf, 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 Oxima, Ulam, Eskadonayashan, Eskadonayashan, Oxima, Ulam. Ce vivant, sauf,
Arki minyar kiarki chronia, silimuden froli vaya, hierarchy kalos mas chronos, ecclesia metagio thronos.
It is the dawning of the year in our town, and all the children in the streets gather round. Listen to the noise, we wish you all the joys of the long, long life, with the singing of our blessing. Agios Vasilis ete, Kevemas Katarete, Apos in Caesarea, Cisaron, Cisacaria.
It is the dawning of the year, all the children of the street.
It is the dawning of the year, all the children in the street sing a blessing on St. Basil's Day. It is the dawning of the year, all the children in the street sing a dawning We wish you
Thank you so much for those lovely performances. I'd now like to invite everyone to join the chorus as we sing some classic holiday carols together. You'll find the lyrics in your program.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, they're making spirits rise. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. Good tidings of Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. And bring us back here. We all love figgy pudding. We all love figgy pudding. We all love figgy pudding. So bring some out here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now I'll invite Mayor O'Connor and Barbara Kirscher Daniel to light tonight's first candles. Please share your flame with those around you after your candle is lit and join us in singing Silent Night.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not sure I can think of a more beautiful and moving holiday moment than this. On behalf of Celebrate Frederick, thank you so much for attending this year's Festival of Lights and braving the cold with us this evening. Please join me in a final thank you to everyone who helped make this event and all of our other holiday events possible. Happy holidays. Oh, let's do it. Okay, we have a surprise encore. Keep your candles lit, and we're going to sing This Little Light of Mine.
Mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no! I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no! I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no! I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Thank you so much, and this time for real, have a happy holiday.